What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph. You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Northern Kings. Yes, indeed. How about that? Northern Kings making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bot, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Stephen Jacobs, and Stephen wanted to see me react to this. It is Northern Kings with their rendition, their cover of the Journey classic tune. You know it, you love it, and you know you're probably gonna sing along. Don't Stop Believin'. Now, have I heard this song before? Full disclosure, yes, I have. I am very familiar with the original tune from Journey, the original song, Don't Stop Believin'. If I'm being honest, I'm a little tired of this song. This song is used everywhere. It is played everywhere. It has been used in movies, television, commercials, video games. It's played in sports arenas and stadiums. Yeah, I'm very familiar with the song. As a matter of fact, I hate to admit this, but I have played this song before, many times. There are other songs from Journey that I enjoy more than this song. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with this song. It's just, it's a little overdone. So, yes, I'm very, very familiar with it. Now, having said that, I've never heard this cover from Northern Kings. And I know who Northern Kings are. I've seen the name brought up several times, especially in Nightwish reactions. Apparently, this is one of Marco's other projects. I believe he's the lead vocalist, so that should be interesting. But no, I've never heard this cover before, so this is going to be interesting, I'm sure. So full disclosure here, full transparency, not trying to hide anything here. I will not be reacting to the original song in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to be basing my evaluation, my reaction, and my score completely on the cover that Northern Kings does. So please keep that in mind. Let's see, this was posted by Northern Kings Topic. Okay. And the video has 3,000 views. Well, there you go. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Northern Kings, Don't Stop Believin', Journey cover. Cool. Yeah, there's Marco right there. There's his name. And there's the man with the beard. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
This is definitely different. Ooh. Going with a minor approach. approach. No, we're not in D. Are we? Wait a minute. Are we in D or C sharp? That's C sharp. That actually makes sense because the original song's in E major. So going down 3 semitones to the C sharp minor, that would make sense. Okay. I like that. I like the minor approach. That's different. Not at all what I was expecting. Most times when people cover this song, they stay in the major mode. Oh. Yeah. Minor. I like it. Now listen, we got a guitar solo. Okay. First things first, probably out of I've heard a lot of bands cover this song. Probably the most original take I have heard on this song. Probably the most original cover, the most original take, the most different direction I've ever heard of this song. They really took this out into left field. I mean, first of all, the transposition from E major down to the natural minor to C sharp minor. Okay. Is that really all that impressive? Is that really all that hard? No, it's not, but it definitely sounds different from the original. They are definitely taking some liberties with on top of that. Rhythmically, tempo, the groove, the drive, the energy, it's all different. But here's the thing. They're definitely taking this into left, but it's not so far into left that it's not recognizable. Oh no, it's definitely recognizable. It is absolutely recognizable. I love the orchestral hits. The vocal approach, it's different. It's not the same. It definitely follows the melodic line to some extent in key parts. In other parts, though, he takes liberties. I am digging this. I am absolutely digging this cover. It's everything I look for in a cover. It's not a carbon copy cover, but at the same time, it's not so far on the left that you don't recognize it. No, it's definitely recognizable, but they're definitely putting their own spin on it without question. I like this. I really like this. Let's keep going here. I like that turnaround riff. Do 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 do. I like that. Back, okay?
Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill. Paying anything to roll that dice just one more time. Some will win and some will lose. Some are born to sing the blues. Oh, the movie never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting. Up and down the boulevard, the shadows searching in the night. Streetlight people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the Don't stop believing. Hold on to feeling. Stand people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to feeling.
Couple times. Hope I feel. Woo, it's chugging. I don't know about that explosion at the end. I don't know about that, but everything else on this was cooking. Just absolutely cooking on all the burners. I feel a little, I'm going to be honest with you folks, I'm a little overwhelmed. That was a lot to take in. I'm going to do my best to remember everything, but I'm probably going to forget a couple things. I gotta base this off a first time listen. I can't go back and listen to it again. I gotta stay true. So let me try to remember everything, and I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Northern Kings with their rendition of the Journey classic tune, Don't Stop Believin'. This was a request from Stephen Jacobs. Well, I can see why people in the comments on my Nightwish reactions would quite often tell me, you gotta check out Northern Kings. You gotta check out you got to check out Marco's other bands. And I'm like, I will if, people will make requests. Absolutely. Well, luckily, Stephen Jacobs did. I can say I checked it out now. Yes, I can. I did my best to remember everything I could from what I heard, but folks, I'm going to be honest with you, it was a lot. I was a little overwhelmed when it came to doing this, and trying to take it all in on the first time listen. It's not easy, folks. Even I have my limits. Even I have so much that I can absorb, and I gotta say, this was a bit much. There was a lot to take in, but everything I took in was good. So I don't see this going south. At least I hope it doesn't go south. I hope I don't forget anything, but I'm willing to bet I did at some point. Anyway, let's start with the score, and we'll do our best to go from there. On a scale of 1 to... Oh, hold on. Before I give my score, I just want to remind everybody, I've heard the original. I can't imagine there are too many people in this world who have never heard this song before. It has been used in so many different media avenues, whether it be movies or television shows or ad spots, commercials, sporting events, video games, radio play, tons of radio play, karaoke bars. This is one of the biggest karaoke songs out there. So, I mean, it's everywhere, folks. I can't imagine there are too many people who have never heard the original before. I know I have. I've played the original more times than I could care to count, to the point where, if I'm being honest, I mean, nothing against the song, but it's gotten old. The song is seriously overplayed. It's like Enter Sandman from Metallica. It's not a bad song. It's just, it's overly utilized. There are so many other songs that people could use from Journey besides this one. So I'm basing my reaction, my evaluation of my score completely on the cover that Northern Kings did, okay? The original song has nothing to do with this. It's all about the cover. So please keep that in mind. Now, having said that, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that cover a 9.1. Yup, 9.1. You heard me. I didn't stutter. That is the score I feel this cover deserves. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 9.1. What does that mean? Well, a 9.1 would translate to an outstanding, amazing, impressive scale rating, because honestly, when it comes to covers, this was an outstanding, amazing, and impressive cover. It would also get 5 out of 5 stars and an A letter grade. Yes, an A letter grade. So there you go, a 9.1. Outstanding, amazing, impressive skill rating, 5 out of 5 stars, and an A letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. There are a number of reasons that contributed to this getting a 9.1. First of all, there are 2 ways you can do a cover. You can do what I like to call a carbon copy cover, where you take a song and you play it exactly like the original. Same key, same tempo, same everything, same guitar tones, same direction, same energy, same drive, same everything, okay? And it sounds exactly like the original. Okay, look, there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But if you're ever gonna ask me if that's impressive, no, because they didn't write it. The original band wrote the song. You're just taking it and playing it exactly like the original band did. And while I will say it takes a certain amount of talent to do that, yes, I'm never going to sit there and say I'm impressed by that. I'm not. To get a 9 from me for a carbon copy cover is pretty much impossible, okay? I'm not saying it'll never happen. I mean, maybe one day it will. It depends on the level of difficulty of the song that you're doing a carbon copy cover to. So, I mean, actually, now that I think about it, I think that has happened once for a Dream Theater cover on the channel. I think that did happen once. So, and like I said, it's not impossible, but it's extremely difficult to do. The other way to do a cover is to take the song and put your own spin on it. Take it in a little bit of a different direction. Make the song yours. And that is definitely what we had here in a lot of different ways. First of all, the transposition from the E major down to C sharp minor. I think that was brilliant. Putting a minor mode on the song rather than the major mode that we had in the original. That was awesome. I think that was fantastic. That was honestly probably one of the biggest highlights for me, was the fact that we took this song, which is notoriously known for being a major key song, and giving it a minor feel. Wow. That was awesome, and I love that. That was fantastic. And it was very well done. Very well thought out, very well executed. A little bit of an increase in tempo, a little bit of a faster speed, which I thought was really nice too. The subdivision worked totally different, giving it that gala feel. At that tempo. Kind of almost giving it like an Iron Maiden feel, which I thought was really nice. On top of that, taking some liberties with the rhythmics. Some subdivision differences, which were really nice, giving it, again, a completely different feel. Vocally, I believe that was Marco doing the lead vocals on this. I'm pretty sure. That's what I was told in the comments, that he is the lead vocals of the band. I like his approach. I really do. More of a power approach as opposed to the original, which I really dug. No, they definitely took the song and made it their own, without question. There's good all the solo work and changing key to go into the solos, both keyboard and guitar solos, flip-flopping between the two, trading off. It was nice. The orchestral hits, different from the original for sure. I love that, and I even like the intro. That intro was really nice too, with the kind of the ethereal sound with the wind blowing and everything in the background. And then when the keyboards did come in, obviously in the noticeably different key, very effective. The only gripe I have is the very last thing, an explosion sound. That I don't get. I don't get that. I don't see how that fits in with the song at all. But I mean, maybe they just threw it in there for laughs. I mean, it's very possible. I mean, it's a cover. You can do whatever you want with it. So if you want to put an explosion in there, hey, sure, why not? I just don't get it. But everything else about the song, I absolutely dug. And I'm going to close with this. When it comes to doing covers, I'm not saying it's the best cover I've ever heard in my life. I'm not saying it's the most original cover I've ever heard in my life, but it's up there. It is definitely up there as far as taking a song in a different direction. But like I said, there are bands that have taken songs in such a different direction that they're unrecognizable. That is not an effective cover. I have heard songs that, yeah, I'll listen to it and I'll look at the title and I'll be like, really? This is a cover of that song? Doesn't sound anything like it. No, this sounds like it. It was immediately recognizable. And like I've always said, when you take songs in a different direction, you got to keep that. And they absolutely did. No, this was an outstanding cover. Outstanding cover. And this is the kind of stuff they do. I can't wait. I think I have a couple more requests for Northern Kings in the queue. I think I have two more. Either one or two more. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of other things I think they're both covers too. I don't think any of them are originals. I think it's all covers. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But for this cover, 9.1. Oh yeah, I feel good about that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 9.1, which is an outstanding, amazing, impressive skill rating, 5 out of 5 stars, and an A letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care. whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.